Hey gamers, I'm back with another video. In a previous video I talked about things that attract me to board games. I thought today I'd talk about what type of mechanisms I really enjoy into board games. I'm trying to put these in order here as best I can, but of course these can kind of switch like a lot of my top fives can. But number 5 is a Rondell. If it has a Rondell, I'm interested. There's a lot of games, not too many that use a Rondell, and that's a shame, because the ones that do use a Rondell, I mean, if the whole board is a Rondell, like Versailles, Versailles, right? Yeah, oh man, that's a great game. You know, the whole board's a Rondell. I love that. And then regular looking Rondells too, I really enjoy. I like Finca because it's a little bit different, but it is a Rondell. You have Hamburg, which is straight, simple Rondell, but it's cool. And there's other games too in my collection that if it has a Rondell, Queen's Architect, another great, your player board is a Rondell. The Rondell mechanism really attracts me into a game, and if it has a Rondell, I'm definitely going to check it out. Another one is, number 4, I guess, is Push Your Luck. I love Push Your Luck. I suck at Push Your Luck games. Games like Quartz, games like Can't Stop, which is so much fun. Pushing your luck, going a little bit further, but watch out, because if you do it too long, eventually your luck's going to bust, and you're going to go bust. I like that. So if there's a little bit of push your luck element to a game, I'm definitely going to check that out. My number 3 is auction and bidding games. Ooh. Now, if it's a straight up auction and bidding game, that's really cool. But if it has auction and bidding within, it's, you know, one of its mechanisms that it uses is auction and bidding, I'm interested. I'm always interested in auction. If it's a blind auction, I'm interested. You know, blind meaning you don't know what you're bidding on. You know, it could be something good, could be something bad. Or blind meaning you're holding it into your hand and revealing, like you are in Spartacus. You don't know how many coins the other person can fit in their hand. You keep putting your hand underneath the table and bringing it back up with what? Nothing or more coins. I love that. So that's why it's number 3. My number 2 is, and this was kind of hard, but I'd say dice placement. I love dice placement games. Not all dice placement games are good though, so I have to be kind of picky though, but if it has something to do with dice placement, I'm definitely going to check your game out, because I like how you can, and you know, of course you can manipulate dice as well, but dice placement started off with Kingsburg, and then I have tons of other games where dice placement is a big deal, and it's always intrigued me about rolling those dice and place them on the board. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff like that. I hate roll and writes. I hate roll and writes. Never want to own a roll and write ever in my life, but if it's dice placement, I'm there. And of course my number 1 should not surprise anyone who's been watching my channel long enough, but I love worker placement. Oh my gosh. If it's worker placement, there's a high probability I'm probably going to get your game. Again, not all worker placement games are good, but I'm definitely going to do some heavy study because I just love that mechanism. A lot of people are like, we need to put a new spin on it. No, if the game's like a viticulture, that does not get old for me. You know, it doesn't get old for me. But a lot of times when I see worker placement, you've got my attention. That's one of my favorite mechanics ever, and a lot of my games carry worker placement in them. Absolutely wonderful. All right, gamers, so there's my top 5, but what's your top 5? What are some board game mechanics that you just love? Notice I didn't say engine building, which is nice, but you know, and area control, tiles, you know, tile placement, not generally my favorite, even though I do have games like that too. And who knows, there's a bunch of other ones I haven't mentioned either. But let me know in the comments what attracts you. What board game mechanisms do you love in board games? And I'll see you next time with another video.